swear, man, my body is like out to get me. I'm like, all right, let's do this, you know. Got my stretching, like ready to stream. Start stream, and then my bladder's like, hey, you have to go pee. And I'm like, come on, man, I just sat down. Just been getting everything ready. Why didn't you tell me earlier? You know, it is what it is. It happens like every time, though. It's quite funny. Is it because I'm nervous? I don't know. Not sure. Maybe I am. Maybe you intimidate me. Maybe streaming intimidates me. I don't know. Anyways, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for coming by on your, what is it? Friday morning? Ooh, we could technically do some nuke stuff. But we'll save that for Friday night, Saturday morning, I think. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure you saw the title. More Path of Exile stuff. So let's get into the Path of Exile stuff. I wanted to start with this Path of Exile 2 official trailer video. So we're going to go through the first 3 trailers. So this first one released 4 years ago. The second one released 2 years ago. And the third one released, 5 months ago? Something like that. I don't know if I've even seen these, which is surprising. Like I've known about Path of Exile 2. I've known about all the hype behind it and everything. A lot of my friends are heavily, and I mean most of the gaming community that likes these types of games are heavily aware of this game. So I don't know. I guess because I've not gotten into Path of Exile 1 up until recently, I haven't been paying too much attention. But today is the day. Today is when we start paying attention. We start making use of our time. What? Is this good use of our time? I don't know. I think it is. Anyways, like I said, thanks for hanging out. All right, here we go. Trailer 1 from 4 years ago.
The gods are dead, but left on their own, men will always seek to take their place.
Criminals! Your sentence is to be hanged from the neck until dead. Let your souls feed the first one.
Oh, shoot.
And your bodies feed the land.
Those are all the
The
classes.
only result is pain and death.
The witch?
Kill her!
Get them.
This is 4 years old?
Only 20 years since Kitava fell, and already corruption spreads like a plague through these shattered lands. Wretched malevolence lurks in the shadows. It is our calling to put it to an end. It must be done if Rayclass is to survive.
Oh, that looks dope. Whoa. Seven-act storyline. Didn't they recently say it was 6 acts? Must have changed it. One game, two campaigns. Dude, let's go back really quick. I just want to highlight two parts that I was like, oh shit. Sorry. Oh shoot. Um, we are trying to not swear here, but it's not always guaranteed. This one, holy. That's so cool. It's like a village and a building being transported on wheels and you're walking on it. The other thing is obviously the ship. Nope. Where's the ship? This is 4 years old, man. 4 years old. Man, I'm honestly kind of glad that I did not see this 4 years ago. I feel like if I saw it 4 years ago, I would not be patient. I'd be like, dude, I want to see this. I want to play this now. I'm not a patient. I'm not a patient. What's the word? Gamer. I mean, I guess that's the easy way of saying it. But like, I'm not patient when things get announced. You know, you get the people that are like, it happened with Hogwarts Legacy, right? Um, I guess that's the best example I have where they delayed the release by a year, and then when we reached that point, they delayed it again by like 3 months or something. And I'm like, just release the freaking game, and everyone else is like, oh, take your time, make the game perfect. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm just not patient. So sometimes I actually get like pleasantly surprised when a game will come out and I had no idea. Like Alan Wake 2, I guess a lot of people have been looking forward to this game and I was like, I've never heard of it, but it's such a good game and I'm glad I didn't have to wait for it. So that's a pretty dang good first trailer, man. And that's 4 years ago. That is freaking clean. All right, let's go to trailer number 2. Like I said, this was released 2 years ago. Oh, I did not like these. All right.
Among ancient ruins, evil grows once more.
Oh, look at that
The
blade.
seed of corruption advances, spreading dread and despair. We must give chase.
Dude, and this is 2 years ago. Whoa.
These sands hide countless secrets. 3,000 years of dormant malevolence. We must
Hey.
hunt down the seed and put an end to this
That
madness.
is so cool.
If Rayclast is to survive.
It's like you're part of this caravan and it's just continually moving. The bosses, man. Everyone's saying like, dude, Path of Exile bosses versus Diablo 4, like no comparison. Everyone's like, dude, like just in the trailers, Path of Exile has more bosses than Diablo 4. Sorry to, I mean, like, I don't want to shiz all over Diablo 4, but when you really compare the two, I mean, it's hard to just not compare. What am I trying to say? Anyways, yeah, there's just no comparison. I like this one a lot. Again, I think the biggest thing is just how long ago these trailers came out. Um, man, I feel like I'd be so impatient. So there's a large amount of people that watched the first trailer 4 years ago when it came out, the trailer, and they're like, dude, this is gonna be awesome. When is this coming out? Right? And then 2 years later, a second trailer comes out. And they're like, dude, this is awesome. 2 years later, they're where we are now today. That's crazy. And the game's still not out. But we got Alpha coming. We got Alpha and Omega. I'm just kidding. Alpha and Beta coming out soon. I love this. This scene was really cool. It's like being in the those Chinese tombs where all the like statues are. But the caravan, man, the caravan just gets me. I get like Dungeons and Dragon feels. We're actually like in my DM in my D&D group right now. We're amongst it like a caravan. We're traveling, and like it's just so dope like seeing this
spreading dread and despair. We
like this is just like obviously like a high-end caravan, right? But
must give chase.
and it looks like there's an area where you're like accepting and turning in quests while you're like on the caravan while it's moving. It'll come up. I think it's after this. No spiders, please.
These sands hide countless secrets.
Well, where is it? Oh, it's coming up.
Years of dormant malevolence. We must hunt down
Caravan. And then you're like on the caravan turning in quests and stuff. Dude. So cool. The man. The role playing is gonna be dope. So cool. I really like that one. All right. Here we go. On to the next one. So this is Exile Con 2023. So this obviously is the most recent trailer. Surprisingly, it's weird how the first Path of Exile trailer had like what 2 million views. The second Path of Exile 2 trailer had 800,000 something, and this one has 300,000. The hype's not dying, but it's just strange. I guess the other one had more time, right? And it was the first announcement. So this is from Exile Con. It's the Path of Exile 2 trailer number 3, which was just 5 months ago. I think I already saw this one, but let's take a look.
The gods caused all this, you know. After Oriath was destroyed, I traveled, searching for answers. Everywhere I went, the
Rivers
same
of blood.
divine devastation. It must end. I will end it. And no exile will stop me.
I forgot about all this. A short preview. The warrior, huntress, sorceress, mercenary, monk, druid. Oh dude, that druid looks freaking dope. Dude. Yeah, man, they got dope bosses. This just reminds me of Elden Ring. What am I saying? I didn't play Elden Ring a ton, but it reminds me of Elden Ring. It's like meshing the two games together. Oh, what was that? Oh my gosh. 100 bosses, 1,500 passive skills, 240 active skills.
This world will be reborn, no matter the cost.
Wow. I did see that before, but I did forget a lot about it. Damn. That's a trailer. That's a damn good trailer. Man. Wow, man. So many good parts. This might be my favorite out of the three. I mean, it makes sense. They made it for Exile Con, and it's closer to release, so they had like probably a lot more to show. But like the short gameplays of each character is dope. Dude, the druid. Here we go. Dude. This is very random, but this scene with this prisoner boss reminds me of Tai Lung from the first Kung Fu Panda movie, right? I watch a lot of kids movies. I like them. Well, I say that I'm not watching it just because I have kids. I also enjoy cartoon films. Um, what else was there? Oh yeah, I think I saw Asmongold talking about the rideable mounts. I mean, technically, that caravan that I keep bringing up, I guess that's kind of like a rideable mount. But these things as well. Oh, I remember now. So he was talking specifically about like how dope it is that they have these mounts, and then like enemy NPCs or whatever will be up here and will jump down. So it's almost like you're killing the beast, and then the thing comes off of them, and then you have to kill that too. It's just so much in this game, and uh, I've kind of been. I think a lot of us. I've seen a couple videos where they talk about how a lot of gamers are just kind of like looking for that MMO, like that game that just encompasses everything that's good that we want. I feel like this game could be like pretty dang close, like to what's the word, like the perfect game. I don't know if I want to go that far. That's a very very bold statement, but I feel like there's very very big potential to having a lot of game time in this game. A lot of time that isn't doesn't feel wasted. It feels like um, I mean, playing video games, is it a waste of time? I guess it's hard to say, but at least there's enough to do in this world. It goes through kind of all this stuff that okay, first of all, side note, this thing, what the fuck? What the freak, right? Like, what the heck is that? Oh, that's like worse than the freaking sandpit monster from Star Wars. Like, holy crap, man. I'm I'm curious what that actually is. It sounds like you could hear like seagulls as well, which is kind of am I hearing that right? Is that like the sound of seagulls? Maybe it's just a sound effect. I'm not sure, but in my mind it came to like there's so much like death and decay that the birds are like like hovering above and like coming down to like eat the leftovers that are like dripping on the ground or something. Um yeah, and then right after this it gets into let's see what we got. 100 distinct environments. That's pretty crazy. I think like 100 distinct, like unique enough that you can tell that it's different. 600 monsters. That's insane. 600. Because I feel like where not not the exact one thing that Diablo 4 fails at, but I feel like one of the things that they fail at, and one of the things that a lot of games fail at, Hogwarts Legacy included, is there's just not enough variety of beasts, not enough variety of monsters, beasts, whatever. Um, Avatar, I feel like did really well. Um, I haven't finished Avatar, but I feel like they've done very well to have a large variety so that you don't feel like you're seeing the same things. But I mean, Diablo 4, they have a lot of monsters, granted, but they all feel very similar. You know, like let's say you're fighting the undead and there's like a couple different types of undead, but like they're just so similar you don't even like really notice that they're different, right? That's how I feel at least. Or you got the yeah, there's just it doesn't feel like you have a variety. It feels like you only have like five different monster types and then everything is just the same. But 600? That that sounds like it's impossible. 100 bosses, definitely where Diablo falls short. 1,500 passive skills. Damn. Wow. 36 ascendancy classes. A lot of variety. 240 active skills. Pretty crazy. 700 equipment types. Wow. 700 equipment types. What's an what's what's a type? What is that? What's an equipment type? Tell me. 700 equipment types. Can I Google that? 700. Oh, wait, let's just go to POE 2. Path of Exile 2. Do they have a website? Oh my god. Surprise, surprise. Third gameplay trailer. That's what we're watching right now. 12 character classes. That's crazy. Well, yeah, there's 12 character classes, and then what did. Oops. And what did they say? 36 ascendancy classes? So it's like out of 12 classes, each of those can go three different ways. There's plenty to do, man. Plenty variety. Shoot. Duels specialize your passive skill tree. Path of Exile is iconic. I'm getting into their website. You know what? Let's should I do this now? I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so Path of Exile 2 is a next generation action RPG created by Grinding Gear Games. Set years after the original Path of Exile, you will return to the dark world of Reclast. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. And seek to end the corruption that is spreading. The Path of Exile 2 is a free to play online multiplayer game with co op for up to 6 players. Path of Exile 2 is a separate game to the original Path of Exile. We will continue to offer expansions for both games going forward. They are completely free to play and will never be pay to win. Purchases are shared between the two games. Launching on PC, Mac, blah, blah, blah. All those other things. Oh, PC, Mac, Xbox, and PlayStation. So cross-play as well. Closed beta June 7th, 2024. I expect from myself to be making a countdown for this. There's also an alpha that's going to be coming out. I don't know what the availability will be. I also feel like there's going to be a very strict NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So I don't know if there's going to be a ton of content coming out from the alpha. But if we are allowed to release anything, then maybe we will. I don't think I'm going to get into the alpha, but I have my ways. I'll see what I can do. I know I have a couple people that I know. Actually, I know of one person that has received an invite to the alpha, which I think is happening in March. Closed beta. I'm guessing is. I wonder if they're gonna do. I guess not, right? Sorry, my brain is like firing at a faster rate than my mouth can talk. Um, I was thinking, well, I wonder if their closed beta will be accessible if you pre-purchase the game. But silly me, that's a Blizzard thing to do. This is a free-to-play game, so there is no pre-purchasing. So the closed beta, I already registered my email, so it's just waiting for waiting for the invite or something. Return to a world of grit and despair. Since the death of Kitava, society has been slowly rebuilding. I haven't gotten to that part, so thanks for the that ruined the story. I'm just kidding. But corruption has once again started to spread throughout. Right, class. I should stop reading that. I'm not good at reading, especially when I don't know how to pronounce stuff. 12 character classes. Path of Exile 2 features 12 character classes, 2 for every combination of strength, dexterity, and intelligence, while each of the class variants focuses on a different playstyle. They're just a starting point. You can combine skills from any classes together to create your ideal character build. Each of the 12 character classes has its own 3 ascendancy specializations, resulting in a total of 36 ascendancy classes to pick between. Oh, they just got some screenshots. Okay. New skill gem system. Path of Exile 2 features 240 skill gems that grant devastating active skills and 200 support gems that modify their behavior. Combine these together to create your perfect build. This is the next generation of Path of Exile's famous skill system. Support gems are now socketed directly into skill gems, removing many of the frustrations present in the old system while maintaining all the previous depth. It's now possible to 6-link every skill your character uses. Oh. Dual specialize your passive skill tree. Path of Exile's iconic passive skill tree has made a return with 2,000 skills that allow you to completely customize your gameplay experience. It now features dual specialization, the ability to allocate some passive skill points to 2 different sets of skills. They engage whenever the appropriate weapon or skill type is used. For example, you can have some points allocated to both daggers and traps, or ice and lightning, and as you swap between attacks, the appropriate skill points will apply. This lets you specialize in multiple areas without opportunity costs. Wow. Dude, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they have some skill specializations for just single-handed weapons in general. I mean, they do it for two-handed weapons in Path of Exile 1. You know, it'd be dope. It's free. I know, right? I know, my freaking brain, man. My brain, when it comes to news, the last thing I really covered was Diablo 4. So my brain is just on this pay for 2 weeks early, or pay to get 2 weeks early access and to get beta access. Yes. How's it going, Axe and Blitz? Dude, good to see you. Uncover all new items. Path of Exile 2 features 700 equipment. This is why we came to the website right here. So let's see if this answers our question. Path of Exile 2 features 700 equipment-based types, and every single one has its own unique item you can find. You can augment your arsenal with new weapons such as spears, crossbows, and flails, as well as supplementary items like focuses, traps, and redesigned scepters. Icicle flail, hunting spear, crystal staff. I feel like that didn't answer my question. My question was, what is an equipment type? Let's see if I can just Google that. What is an equipment type? Mean? Equipment type means the size and specification of the equipment sold in a transaction. Okay. In Path of Exile, equipment refers to any items that can be placed into equipment slots on the character's inventory screen. So everything combined, there's 700. I don't know. That doesn't blow my mind. Not because it's not great, just because I just don't understand. I don't understand if that's a lot or a little. 700. I mean, that feels like a lot. I don't think Diablo 4 had that much, but I don't recall. Explore a new endgame. At the conclusion of Path of Exile's 2 6-act campaign, the first trailer said it was a 7-act. So I wonder what happened to that 7th act. They're like, let's just put this into an expansion, or they're like, this doesn't need to be its own act. We could just include this in one of the other acts. I don't know. You'll gain access to its end game. End of the more each. I need to learn to read. Each of the more than 100 endgame maps has its own boss fight and modifiers. Each of the more than 100 endgame maps. There's over 100 endgame maps? Has its own boss fight and modifiers that enable revamped versions of many of the Path of Exile's past leagues. We'll reveal more details of the surprises that await you in Path of Exile's 2's endgame in the lead up to release. Oh, damn. That sounds like that's a lot to do. And that's really good. That's good. We want things to do in this game, right? We want to be entertained. Are you not entertained? In the meanwhile, while Path of Exile 2 is in full production and isn't entering public beta until mid 2024, you may be able to play it before then. In addition to ExileCon in New Zealand, we're showcasing a large demo at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. Is that Cologne? Sorry. I'm uneducated. Late August. Okay. and PAX West in Seattle, USA, early September. Keep your eyes on our news for more opportunities to play. Isn't there an alpha? I'm pretty sure there's an alpha in March. I need to find out what's going on, man. Closed beta June 7th, 2024. Interesting that they're going to be testing the game September. To be fair though, what was it? Cuz I feel like testing previous, let's say like a month ago, I thought testing would occur like at least a couple months before the game would release. But just what, a month ago, a bunch of content creators got access to the Avatar game before it released, and they got to play it. They made like some videos. There was not a very strict NDA, so there was stuff that they could show and stuff that they could talk about. But that came out like those content creators started making videos from their experience, and then like a week later, the game went gold. It was like maybe 2 weeks, but a week or two later, the game went gold, and then the game released, something like that. So normally this would worry me, but I think now I'm just like, oh, okay. So it could still release, like November, December. That's crazy. That's a year from now. My heart. The fact that I have to wait a year and they already have plans on like, hey, you can play the beta in early September in Seattle. No. Like, does it have to wait that long? Is there any way that you guys maybe accidentally finish the game early and then it releases, I don't know, late August, or I guess that's not too, let's say mid 2024? Maybe the game accidentally gets completed early. I don't know, maybe. I don't want to wait. It's a long time to wait. So that would be what, 5 years for anyone that was excited about it when they had the first trailer come out? Dude, that's a long wait. That's a freaking long wait. That is a really, 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 really long wait. 700 equipment types. All right, what else did it say? 6-person co-op. Pretty cool. Oh, wait. We're gonna pause on the much, much more. What the naked lady? Oh my goodness. Is this the only image that we really have of the talent tree? Dude, you know it'd be legit if they released the talent tree and just let us explore it. Then I could see the next year going by quite quickly because you could spend hours looking at the talent tree in PoE. Like hours on hours just looking at it. And it would be quite, to be honest, it would actually be really, really cool to start making build ideas. Um, yeah, I love the talent tree, honestly. Huge fan. Trust me, I didn't like it at first, but I'm starting to really love it. Okay, so we got a naked lady. There's literally, I think that's a nipple. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah. And much more. What was that last explosion?
This world will be reborn, no matter the cost.
This world will be reborn. Whew, man. Good job, Exile Con Trailer 3. Well done. Alright, moving on to our next video. What do we got here? Okay, we got another Path of Exile. So, we have 2 Path of Exiles videos to go. These are some gameplay walkthroughs. We got the Druid Gamescom uh, gameplay walkthrough, which I'm looking forward to because the Druid looks freaking dope. And then we have the Mercenary gameplay walkthrough. These are, let's see. So the Druid gameplay walkthrough is 4 months ago, from 4 months ago, and then the Mercenary gameplay walkthrough is from 4 weeks ago, so just 1 month ago. So let's jump in on these. Everyone, show me the bear!
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, one of the game directors on Path of Exile 2.
Hi, Jonathan.
In Path of Exile 2, you can pick from one of 12 character classes. Each character has a combination of primary attributes that they focus on. Today, we'd like to show off a character who specializes in strength and intelligence, the Druid. In human form, the Druid is a spellcaster who channels the fury of nature on the battlefield, a walking natural disaster. But get up close and you'll find out why the Druid also focuses on strength. You can transform yourself into one of several wild beasts.
One of
Today, we
several.
want to show off the bear form.
Oh.
Transformation in POE 2 happens automatically when you use a bear attack. Use Bear Maul and your character will transform into a bear into a meaty swing.
So have they only shown the bear? Because he said one of several. So is that like a secret then? They haven't released any information besides the fact that it could turn into a bear?
Use a spell and your character transforms
That's
back
pretty
into
cool.
a human and casts it. Hitting enemies with the Bear's Maul attack will build up rage, which increases your attack damage, so your bear gets stronger with every attack. You can see the glowing runes that indicate rage on your back.
That's so cool. He's getting
Have a lot
angry.
of weak enemies to take out? This is where you probably want to break out your Rampage. Let out a roar and stampede over all enemies in your path, slamming the ground with your paws.
Damn.
The initial roar generates rage.
Oh, now
and
he's
then
blue.
The rage is consumed as you charge along. You can use Rampage by itself to travel a short distance, or do some mauling first to build up some rage and travel a significant distance.
So it doesn't last as long if you don't have as much
Now,
rage.
while the
That's
bear
dope.
is big and strong, this isn't a pure strength class. You don't have as much armor as a warrior would have. In order to protect itself from larger packs, you might want to consider a skill like Furious Slam. This skill is all about stunning rather than damage, so it's quite useful if you're mobbed by smaller monsters and just need to get out of there. Of course, like any PoE 2 character, you can always use a dodge roll to get out of danger, since the bear is the slowest of the druid's forms. Making sure the
Dude.
dodge feels reliable and can get you out of any situation is paramount.
I love
When
the
you
dodge
dodge an
roll.
animal
So
form,
cool.
your character instantly transforms back with no time penalty, so that you can get out of the way. You can even interrupt a mistimed transformation halfway through. Of course, doing this will mean you pay the slight time cost of having to transform back again, but it's certainly a lot better than dying. Something interesting about the skill is that it's faster to use if you're already standing up. If you're on all fours when you use Furious Slam, then the bear has to stand up first before slamming back down. But use Maul first and the bear will stand up as you swing, which has no time penalty. Then follow up with Furious Slam and your bear will quickly slam down. Much more efficient.
Dude. What other animals? It's stuck in my mind. What other beasts? Dinosaurs?
Next up, I want to talk
T-Rex?
about Ferocious Roar. Ferocious Roar is a bear meta skill gem. It allows you to take any Warcry skill that another class like the Warrior might use and allow you to use it as a bear.
Come again? Shapeshift into a bear and trigger Warcry skills. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty dope. Plus 0.6 seconds to total use time if not already a bear. If not already a bear. So it'd be better if you turned into a bear first. Triggers socketed Warcry skills. So you would socket. Oh yeah, and this is where you'd socket those support, right? The support gems. Trigger socketed Warcry skills. Socketed skills deal 63% increased damage. Socketed skills have 50% increased area of effect. Attacks exerted by socketed skills deal 63% increased damage. That looks pretty good.
Any Warcry skill that another class like the Warrior might use and allow you to use it as a bear. I'm going to take the Seismic Cry gem and socket it into Ferocious Roar. You can actually socket more than one Warcry and use them all together, but let's just stick to one for now. Seismic Cry pushes enemies back and has some stun chance, but the reason we want to use it is for a mechanic called Exerted Attacks. If there are any heavily stunned enemies in range of the Warcry, then your next slam skill will be powered to do double the number of slams. First, I use Furious Slam to stun these enemies. Next, I follow up with Seismic Cry and get the Exerted Attack, and then I slam again. See how 2 slams triggered?
Oh. He slammed once, but there was 2 like shock waves.
So, that's all well and good, but how about we try that again using Rampage? First, get a bit of Rage, Slam to stun the enemies, Seismic Cry to get the Exert, and then Rampage around to do insane amounts of damage. So we've covered some of the bear side of the Druid, but how is he as a spellcaster?
Yeah, how is
Now, of
he?
course, you
as
want
a
to maximize
spellcaster?
the amount of time you spend in your animal forms. So most of the spells targeted at the Druid tend to be things that last a long time or provide tactical options on the battlefield. The first and probably simplest of these is Lightning Storm. Cast it on the ground and you get an area where monsters are continuously struck by bolts of lightning. The bolts don't do much damage, but they shock monsters, which is a debuff that increases all damage on them, meaning it's a great spell to use before going in as a bear. So, that's going to increase your damage, but as I mentioned before, the bear form of the Druid could use some defenses as well. The bear in particular is the slowest attacking of the Druid's forms. He hits hard, but if he gets swarmed too much, it will result in your death. That's why Tornado is so useful. Tornado sucks monsters in, allowing you to split up packs and deal with groups separately. Or pin monsters in place and set up combos with your other skills.
Useful.
The Tornado doesn't really move big
Useful,
monsters
useful.
much, so you can actually use it to separate a boss from its minions too.
Oh, what?
The Druid also has the ability to summon animal companions. This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from you, keeping monsters away.
Wait, what?
In addition, the wolves howl as they are summoned, putting a temporary
thought he
debuff on
summoned the
enemies
lava.
with the ability to summon animal companions.
Right there.
This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from you, keeping monsters away.
Wait, where'd the... I'm so confused. Am I blind?
The Druid
Where'd the
also
wolves
has the
come
ability to
from?
summon animal companions. This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from you, keeping monsters away.
I'm just focusing on the freaking
Druid
little
also has the
volcano
ability to
that
summon
popped up.
animal companions. This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from you, keeping monsters away.
Okay.
In addition, the wolves howl as they are summoned, putting a temporary debuff on enemies that makes them more vulnerable to critical strikes, and giving you a reason to resummon them in combat. The last
Dang,
Druid
dude.
spell we're going to talk about today is Volcano. You can cast it quickly like this and it will spawn just a few projectiles. Or you can hold down the button to channel it for longer, which will make it fire a whole bunch of projectiles when it spawns, doing a lot more damage.
Dude,
Volcano sticks around firing its little projectiles for a long time, so it's another good skill to cast before turning into a bear. Now, the reason you're going to want to turn into a bear after using Volcano is that any slam near the volcano results in it spewing out even more projectiles.
oh, it's like you're... It's like the Earth's pimple,
If you
and
thought
you're
that was a
squeezing
lot,
it.
then Rampage is even better because it does 2 slams every time it hits the ground, and you can run around the volcano.
Oh, that's dope. Dude, these... They are freaking clever with their skills, man. Sometimes I hate how I talk.
Now, if you've been
Dude,
paying
so
attention, you
cool.
might have realized that this is going to be extra good with Seismic Cry, which we were using earlier to double the number of slams.
Yes.
So, first we're going to cast
I thought I
Volcano,
already talked about that, but yeah, that'd be...
then Furious Slam till you stun something, Seismic Cry to get the double slams, then Rampage around while the volcano spews out a stupid number of projectiles. This
Dude.
combo would have been even better if we'd remembered to cast our Lightning Storm first, but getting time for that seems tricky. It would also have been nice if the monsters were affected by the crit debuff that my wolves do when I first summon them. This is where some meta gems to automate some elements can come in handy. Here's a gem called Cast While Channeling. If we add Lightning Storm to the skill, we can cast it automatically while we channel a volcano as we set up our combo.
Oh,
Cast While
shoot.
Channeling is an ongoing effect, so enabling the skill will cost us Spirit, which is a new resource in PoE 2 used specifically for these kinds of skills. If you look at the top left of the screen as we channel, we can see the energy building up to cast the Lightning Storm.
Wow.
So long as we channel Volcano for long enough, the Lightning Storm will also be cast on the same targeted location.
Wow.
Currently, Cast While Channeling is active in reserving Spirit in both our human and bear forms. This means that any channeling skills we use as a bear technically will also cast the Lightning Storm. We can actually do this with Rampage right now, but it's not the best because we would prefer to stack the Lightning Storm on top of our Volcano, rather than just casting it randomly as we're rampaging around. We're also unnecessarily reserving Spirit in our bear form we could be using for something else, so let's fix that. I'm going to go into the skill options for the skill and disable it in my bear form. We showed at ExileCon how you could use skill options to control which weapon set to use when casting skills. But you can also use the same interface to enable or disable which buffs you would like to have active in your different weapon sets too, without having to recast them all the time. And shapeshifting counts as a weapon set. Now when I change to a bear, the effect and the spirit reservation goes away, and when I change back to a human again, it's back automatically. So, now that we have some extra spirit available as a bear, why don't we make our life a little bit easier by automating one of our other skills? This is the Cast on Melee Stun meta gem. I'm going to put Summon Wolf in Cast on Melee Stun, so that whenever I stun a sufficient number of enemies while I'm a bear, it will summon another wolf. This is great because usually when I'm stunning, it's because I'm about to do my exerted attack slam combo. When wolves come out, they howl, adding the crit debuff to the monsters, right when I need it.
Interesting.
It also helps keep my wolves alive and summoned at all times without me having to do it manually.
Oh, shoot, dude. He's gonna die. Oh, he used the potion. I mean, that's how you play the game,
last
right?
but not least, let's talk about this
that would
skill
make
tree.
sense.
At ExileCon, we showed how you could dual spec your character so that different weapons can use different passives. Well,
Okay.
as I said before, the bear form counts as another weapon set for specialization purposes, so he gets a tree too. If I open my passive tree, you can see how I'm near a melee damage cluster and a spell damage cluster. By holding shift, I can allocate these passives in my human form, and these ones as a bear. Now, when I change between human and bear form, my passives reallocate automatically.
Wow.
So, here we are at the Blind Beast. The goblins have enslaved a huge behemoth and gouged out its eyes. Now they're sending it in to fight you while they watch.
What have they done to this creature?
That's crazy. So you don't need to, so that's crazy. I'm like thinking about my current playthrough of Path of Exile, and so when you're building the tree, like for example, I know that there's like there's mace specializations, there's staff specializations, there's shield specializations, there's sword specializations, and for the most part, it's pretty much all the one-handed weapons. They have their own individual specializations, and then they have one for two-handed. And so, if you were to use a skill that used a mace, and then another skill that used your shield, it would just switch between the two instead of, right? It's like hard to like grasp how that works. It's hard for me to grasp. Okay, I get it. I get it. You guys understand everything. Okay, good for you, man. But like for me, I have to like really sift through this. So it's like if I use my shield specialization or attack or whatever, it would use that without. It's almost like Your skill points go further, right? I don't know, man. So if I use my shield attack, then my sword, let's say, or mace, whatever, turns off to use that, and then when I use my mace or sword again, it would shoot. This the skills would go back to that part of the talent tree, right? I feel like I don't know, man. Is that am I getting that right? Is that better than just giving more talent points or more points to add to the tree? Because if you had more points to add to the tree, you could just have them like both be selected, right? I just don't understand the difference that would bring than if you just had double the amount of talent points, and so you could just put it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense, but I don't know. Yeah. The bear form smack. Sorry, I just goes in the bear form, stops and smacks him once in the head. Little love tap. I love this boss fight because and I'm sure a lot of them are like this, but it gives you time to build this stuff, right? To build up these mechanics and the different things. He's building up the lava mound with the electricity. He's building up the stun so that he can double slam the ground. His voice sounds like the voice actor sounds like the father from what's that Disney movie? Sorry, I gotta think of this before I forget. Brave. I wonder if it's the same voice actor. The Disney film Brave, the father, sounded just like him. It's a good voice. Oh, this beast is blind? Dude, it's like a souped up version of
This suffering ends here. Shameful.
And there we have it. With a little bit of customization, we have a build that can combine many different active skills to do some really interesting effects.
it's like that beast is like uh upgraded man, I'm bad with names. What's that freaking show? Uh Silly me. Stranger Things. Yeah, it's like a Stranger Things. Like a Stranger Things beast. Anyways, I feel like I had something to say. Yeah, like I mean, maybe I sound stupid, which I mean is common. But I'm like still trying to figure out how it's better. So I guess your talent tree in Path of Exile 2, it gives you talents that you could put on individual weapon types, right? That's what he was saying. And so like his bear form counts as one of those. And so he could put, let's say he's level 10, he could put 10 into each like active weapon type or whatever. And so then that would make sense because let's say he had 3 or 4, so then he could put basically 40 in, but they would just change and switch between whatever you were using. I guess that would make sense because then that would eliminate. Because I was just saying, why don't you give us double points, right? So then you could hit both. But if you had 3 or 4, like a variety of different weapon types, it'd be like, oh, I have to go up this side of the tree to get this one thing for my dagger, and then go down here and get this one thing for my bear, and then. So I'm starting to understand that was going on through my head during that entire fight. While we're here, let's look up the brave actor. Brave. Follow the wisp. Fergus Billy Cannoli. Let's see if he has some credits for video games. Did he die? Doesn't say. Doesn't say anything about that. Can I search Path of Exile? I guess they don't have Path of Exile 2 on here yet. So, to be fair, if he was the voice actor, this Billy Connolly, if he was a voice actor, it wouldn't be on here because there's no. They don't have Path of Exile 2 on here yet. Curious. Let's see if let's see if we ever come back to that and figure out if I was right. But that's what this character sounded like. All right, let's finish this video. Sorry, I trail off the topic a lot. But yeah.
At the same time, your skill tree reconfigures automatically at the right time, and your buffs reconfigure automatically as well. You can even cast certain skills automatically. But we also haven't lost the dynamics of combat. Many skills interact with each other, and the ones you choose to use at any different moment depend a lot on what enemies you face or what situation you're in right at this moment. And at just the right time, you might be able to combine all your skills in one crazy combo.
Such a variety,
screen covering spam and do some crazy damage. Now, these are just some of the skills targeted at the
yeah,
druid
I was gonna say, like, this is so little.
There's a lot more to play and experience.
The wolf form.
And we look forward to letting you guys try it out when we go into beta on June 7th, 2024.
Talked about the wolf form. Yeah, dude, that's it's like not even the
Welcome to Path of.
It's not even the tip of the iceberg, bro. Like, it's so little. So this video I actually did want to watch too. The gameplay walkthrough number 3. But I'm not gonna watch it today. I'm actually.
Welcome to Path of.
Well, apparently we are. We're gonna watch the mercenary gameplay walkthrough now. Let's hop into this. Mercenary would be like
there's not a job
bullets.
out there I won't take, so long as the pay's good and a crossbow.
Bullets and cigars, right? And bombs. There you go.
I'll take them all down, one bolt at a time.
I love his voice,
When thinking
man.
about each new class, we really try to think about how we can make combat feel different from all the others. For the mercenary, that difference is the crossbow. A crossbow is fundamentally different than a regular bow because it fires instantly instead of needing to be drawn back. This means that you need immediate feedback. Clicking the fire button should make the character shoot instantly, just like in a shooter. As soon as we experienced that, we realized that there are a lot of design lessons to learn from shooters, and so we fully embraced them. In Path of Exile 2, we have crossbows that work like sniper rifles, shotguns, and assault rifles.
Those are all crossbows? That
But in order to
shotgun?
really get shooter-like gameplay, we wanted to go further. In Path of Exile 2, we now support WASD movement. You can now walk around in any direction independent of aiming.
Oh, that's
In
dope.
fact,
Yeah.
if this is your preferred method of gameplay, you can use it on any class, regardless of what weapon type you're using. You can change between click to move or WASD at any time.
WASD 100%.
You can only
I
hold
had to
2
look.
crossbows at a time, but Path of Exile 2 is all about interesting combinations of abilities.
Dude, I can't believe
And
those
this
are
is where ammo skills
crossbows.
come in.
I thought it was like a straight up shotgun, but that's it.
This is a
Crossbow.
burst shot crossbow, and right now I have
Burst
armor
shot.
piercing ammo equipped, which makes it very effective when facing a group of enemies, since it pierces right through them.
Bloody horrors!
Damn.
But there
man.
are other ammos too. For a bigger single target, it might be a good idea to switch to incendiary. The more projectiles hit the target, the stronger the ignite, so you'll want to get up nice, close and personal with this one. If you have a bunch of targets running at you, you might want to slow them down. In this case, you could switch to permafrost burst shot. Shooting a bunch of smaller enemies at range will chill them, and potentially even freeze them in place. Once you have some frozen enemies though, you can switch back to armor piercing. Shooting a frozen enemy with armor piercing burst shot will explode the ice, doing a huge amount of damage to all nearby enemies. Another feature crossbows have is attachments.
Dude,
This is a
Vampire
grenade
Hunter,
launcher.
dude.
As you can see,
Van
when
Helsing.
I equip it, it appears on the underside of the crossbow. These attachments are just like skill gems, so you effectively get extra skill slots, and you can augment these with support gems, just like regular skills.
Dude,
Fire in the hole!
join our family.
These grenades
Did
take a
you hear
while
that?
to explode, so it's a good idea to pair them with some kind of crowd
Join
control,
our
like permafrost
family.
burst shot.
Call us mother.
We
Dude,
have
that
other
looks
grenades
like a
too, though.
to-
This
like
attachment is
such
a
a
flash
fun
grenade.
character to
It does
play.
barely any damage, but it does a huge amount of stun. It can be a great opener before you run into combat.
Surprise!
There's just the delay.
Now, here's another attachment, an oil grenade.
Is that his
Firing
gold?
one of these grenades coats the ground and nearby enemies in oil.
and then
Oil
you
slows
catch
enemies
it
down.
on fire,
Now, here's
right?
another attachment.
Is his gold just sitting here like that? That's gold, right? Can you not? Is it? It actually takes inventory space, dude. That would be so sucky. I think, right? I guess it's more realistic, but jeez.
An oil grenade. Firing one of these grenades coats the ground and nearby enemies in oil.
And then you catch
Oil
it on
slows
fire.
enemies down, so it's another useful crowd control mechanic.
Is it? I feel
Now,
like
another thing that oil can do is be set on fire. Any burning enemy or explosion will ignite the oil, causing extra burning damage.
you'd have to be an advanced player to play this class.
One of the problems with burst shot crossbows is that each pellet doesn't do much damage individually. This means that if enemies have armor, then it will be very effective preventing that damage. But thankfully, you can equip an additional crossbow in your second weapon set to deal with the weaknesses of your primary weapon. This is a rapid shot crossbow. Rapid shot is great for closing on enemies because you can shoot while running. In Path of Exile 2, we now have the ability to allow you to use some skills while moving. Being able to create skills like this opens up a lot of new design space
Oh,
and allows us
shoot.
to really increase the pace of combat.
Back the front door up, bro. Oh shoot. Dude.
The armor-piercing version of Rapid Shot slowly erodes a monster's armor. Once the armor is fully broken, you can easily switch back to Burst Shot to deal much more damage. Being able to run while
Dude.
shooting with Rapid Shot is also great for when you want to perform a fighting retreat.
Reload!
Just backing up. Back up slowly.
Using permafrost ammo with rapid shot is also useful if you need to retreat. When you shoot the ground, it creates ice crystals. If you draw monsters back over these crystals, they explode, chilling the monsters. It's great if you want to set up a safe zone before pulling the next pack.
Dude, the planning for...
Slowing enemies down can come in handy if you want to use the incendiary version of rapid shot. Using this skill requires that you charge up a little bit before it fires.
Like, these guys think of everything.
It will do more and more damage.
And this is what comes out at launch. Plus
it has a really large
more.
clip size, so you can just keep firing and firing with it. But the other really useful feature is that when the crossbow is heated up, it adds extra fire damage to any grenade that you launch.
Holy, get out of there! Didn't quite work, did it?
Now I've been using explosive grenades here, but it will work equally as well with flash or oil grenades too. If you use it with oil grenades, the oil will catch fire immediately.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, you have a skill point. Open the tree for us, huh?
Another crossbow type that you can find is power shot. This one works just like a classic sniper rifle. Use it with armor-piercing ammo and it will penetrate armor on targets. So it's a good idea to use when something's really tough.
Back down or die!
Does it shoot through everybody? Or does it only hit the first
Now
target?
this skill has another interesting interaction with armor break. If an enemy has its armor broken, then your power shot hits a weak spot and does a huge amount of single target damage, with a bunch of extra stun for good measure. Now, the incendiary version of power shot is more like a rocket launcher. It does a big explosive blast at a distance.
Dude, just use that. Oh, it also sets the grenades off. If you throw a grenade and you shoot it, it'll blow the grenade
One of the really
out.
useful features of this version is that you can explode any grenades that happen to be on the ground.
Yeah. That happened to be there. Oh, how'd this get here?
This combo also works really well with incendiary rapid shot. I'm going to charge up the heat on my crossbow, shoot out a bunch of grenades, and then start the fireworks with a power shot.
Let's see it. Grenade, grenade. Whoa. The baby survived.
The ice version of power shot creates frost walls at a distance. This is great for crowd controlling monsters in tight passages.
Oh.
The wall segments have other uses too. If they get destroyed by monsters, then they will explode, doing a small amount of damage.
Block him in!
You got a wolf on you, buddy. Or a dog.
Now, remember that burst shot combo with frozen enemies we did earlier? That works with ice walls too. Let's put burst shot back on.
What?
Now I can fill up this area with ice walls, then shoot them with armor-piercing burst shot for a huge amount of damage.
Dude.
Alright, it's time to face the boss for this area. Let's see how we fare against her with all the skills I've shown you so far.
Let's see it. Oh my gosh.
Not letting you anywhere near him.
The matron. Oh, she's psycho. She has scissors. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. The unwanted. Oh my. I just got chills. Ew. Oh. I love it. I hate it so much that I love it. Like it's just so ugh. What the heck? Oh, that's so gross, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ew, dude, that baby, man. She like clawed it out of herself too. And it's like a secondary boss. The baby's crying? Oh my gosh. Kill the unwanted, man. Kill it. Hurry. Dude, she's creepy. Ooh, headshot right there. What have you done to my baby? Ew, 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 ew. Oh, he's about to die. Oh. Oh. Dude, that doesn't do anything.
What is going on in this god's-forsaken city?
And that's the Mercenary. It feels totally different than anything we've made before, and shows you the
What is going on with this godforsaken city? Oh, that one bomb took her all the way out, or that combo.
What is going on in this god's-forsaken city?
And that's the Mercenary. It feels totally different than anything we've made before, and
Wow. I hate to do this to you guys again, but I have to make another prediction on who the voice actor is. What is that freaking movie? Got it on my phone, hold on. Gotta find this one actor. It sounds like this guy. We'll see if my predictions come true. It's funny because when I'm on stream, I have such a hard time remembering things because my mind is like not working as well. So you guys get to see the dumb version of me, basically, yeah. Hardcore Henry, yes. Hardcore Henry. That guy. Charlton Copley. Upcoming post-production Desert Warrior. Yeah, this guy. I feel like that's his voice. So we'll see if I'm right. Sounds like him. Charlton Copley. I predict. Oh, not that. I predict is the voice actor for the Mercenary.
shows you the range of what's possible in Path of Exile 2.
And what a range indeed. Sink. Alright, man. Looks good. Cannot complain at all, man. Other than that freaking disgusting boss. Oh, man. That I legit got chills. Creepy. Alright, we got this video from Darth Microtransaction TV. I've seen a ton of this guy's stuff. Mostly recommended for like Diablo 4. And then obviously we have Asmongold that watches a lot of his videos and makes videos of him watching his videos. So call me a copycat, but I found this video. It was only uploaded 2 days ago. Um, Path of Exile 2 devs share the future of PoE. So I want to watch this. I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit, use the restroom, and I'll be right back, and we'll watch this one. Okay. All right, give me a sec. We're right back at it. Okay. Let me get the chat pulled back up, sorry. Gotta plug this guy in. Better keep charging. Sometimes my phone has trouble charging because I forget, a couple months ago or so my kids decided to shove cheese into the charging port, And yeah, I never got it all back out. Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, Path of Exile 2. Yay! Yes. Where do we leave off? Scary boss lady pulls baby out of her stomach. What the hell? Like for real. And then the baby looks creepy as heck. Oh my god. And it's crawling at you. And then it's a secondary boss. Alright, so like I said, this is a video from 2 days ago by Darth Microtransaction TV. Path of Exile 2 devs share the future of POE. Let's take a look.
So this is a Path of Exile 2 interview / documentary. I wanted to see as much info as we can get on Path of Exile 2 because I'm actually extremely excited about it. So I wanted to see what they had to say here. Let's see
Sounds
what we
good.
got going on.
It seems
He has a
old
Christmas
ways
tree.
still hold some power.
The roll is going to be interesting. The fact you can roll in PoE 2. And WASD is what I'm mostly excited by.
Yeah.
Does it seem to me like since the scale is a little bit different than PoE 1? Like it's very similar, but
sure.
the scale seems slightly different. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, but I think it looks good. I get some drone footage here. What is this?
I think I did see this. Why does this look so familiar? Did I watch this? Was this
It's a
their
nice intro
live?
for a video.
I did see this. Crap. I guess it's good that I don't remember.
I'm a game director. on
Mark
Path of
Roberts.
Exile 2. Path of Exile 2 is a game where you start very immersed in the world and over time can grow to have the power of a god, wiping out screens and screens of monsters and creatures in this dark gothic horror world. And you can do all this through deep itemization systems and character builds and create any character you could ever hope to
The
imagine.
druid
It's a
combo
whole
with
lot of fun.
volcano looks crazy. I'm having a hard time picking between
Quite
the
a lot
mercenary and
of
the
Path of
druid.
Exile 2, or especially the Act 4 around the Karui archipelago, comes from New Zealand nature. And I've grown up here my whole life, and it's very, very pleasing to see so much of New Zealand's nature, like the trees, from the Pahudakawa through to the Nikau.
I remember
cabbage
this.
trees, all being represented in game. And
Man,
from
the
a creature
graphics look so
perspective,
much
since,
better.
That's more my forte. We have a lot of the birds.
They
So
put
critters
New
you can
Zealand
find on
and
these
their
islands.
heritage
You've got even
into the
insects.
game.
You've got the
It's
New Zealand
insane,
otter.
man.
You've got rowers, which
So
are based
cool.
on the moa of New Zealand.
And well, and
And
deserved,
Roa.
obviously.
If I had $1 every time I died to this stupid Roas,
and
man.
even things like the tui, which we just saw fly just past moments ago. You may think, well, how does that work in a dark horror gothic game? And where most of the game is to that
Man,
style.
look at that. Look at that. All right, doesn't that look so much cleaner? Man, I can't wait for this beta going into Path of Exile 2. Like I'm having so much fun with Path of Exile 1. Now Path of Exile 2 feels like a Christmas
We
present
do
waiting
break
on
away from that a little bit and get you outside into exterior areas where it shows
That-
all this,
I
only
feel
to
the
then
same
bring
way.
you
That's why I
right
was
back
laughing.
into that gore and horror,
Like I'm
horror
having a
environment.
lot of
Jesus.
So we
fun
put
with
interesting
Path of
twists
Exile
on it
1.
so that there is something sinister going on. Like one example with one of the islands we have in Act 4
No
is
spiders,
that,
please.
Sure, the
Oh, that's a
island
crab.
seems
We're good.
super peaceful. It seems like this beautiful New Zealand island or Pacific island. Actually, though, there have been a bunch of the Karui people who have tried to settle there, and they keep getting killed and eaten by something. What's happening is that these horrific siren creatures come out of the caves underneath the island at night and eat everyone. And all of a sudden now this very pristine, amazing island has this backstory to it that's just filled with, you know, monstrous atrocities. But it still allows us
Hey,
to
look, they're keeping the Metroid characters. They got the Metroids in here still.
get these
I
beautiful
love those
trees and
units.
animals and all this into the game, and it's just not something I've ever seen in any other game personally, and I think a lot of people are really going to appreciate that, and it's the second best thing to coming here in person, honestly.
That's cool.
I've never been to New Zealand, but I heard it's beautiful, and I didn't realize so many of the Path of Exile people, you know, like the game itself is being developed there. Quinn, the streamer, like I didn't realize there was so many people actually out in New Zealand for Path of Exile, right?
So my name's Jonathan Rogers,
They have the
and I'm the
cons
game
there.
director on Path of Exile 2. So one of the things I've really enjoyed when designing Path of Exile 2 is just being able to surprise team members by the kind of changes that we're willing to do. So when I suggested, hey, maybe we should have WASD controls for our characters as well as click to move.
Dude,
Oh
I'm glad
God,
they
this
did
is
that.
the WASD for me is such a massive W. I was very sad when D4 didn't have WASD because I was really, really hoping for WASD. Like, I'm an MMO, Andy. I played with WASD in like all the games, so I know that ARPGs. A lot of people use mouse anyway, but I'm one of those people that is a WASD guy for
Willing
sure.
to make those kind of changes to actually make the game better.
I'm assuming he's tried Diablo Immortal, but I don't know. And I've heard Asmongold talk about Diablo Immortal a lot, obviously, especially back when it first came out. But there are some positives from Diablo Immortal. I know that's an unpopular opinion, and you've probably just unfollowed me. But Diablo Immortal had WASD controls, which I used, and I thought it was great. And I was like, dude, this better be in Diablo 4 because I loved it. And it also had a really cool, what I enjoyed, a really cool PvP system, which I also really hoped was in Diablo 4. And so, yeah, I 100% agree. WASD is huge. And for me, I loved playing with it in Diablo Immortal. So I strongly agree. I love that they're adding WASD. I'm glad this guy brought up the question because it is such a difference. And the other thing is you don't need to use it. Like it just gives you another option, another way of playing. And I feel like I'm going to be using that mostly compared to just the mouse click. So something small, but it makes such a huge difference in my opinion.
I think it's something that's going to really impress existing players as well as new players coming to the game who maybe thought they weren't interested in playing before.
Yeah, super excited for that.
It really is beautiful over there, isn't it, huh?
And they have cool accents, so I mean that adds to it, right? I wish I was the one.
That's cool.
I wish I was the one that made this video. I've made.
And one of the
Oh,
things we really wanted to make
that's
sure
the
that we were doing
baby.
with it, is to make the action combat really, really excellent. We just want to make sure that anyone playing the game, you can play it like an action game, feels fun to play. We've added things like
The
dodge
bosses
rolls
look
and,
great.
canceling, things like this. And it just means that the game just feels a lot better than it previously did, as well as everything else that you'd expect from a sequel to Path of Exile.
One thing in particular that sets Path of Exile apart is obviously the depth, but in the itemization systems, crafting systems, but also the sheer number of quantity of monsters,
Yes.
encounters. Like, we have over a decade of content that is going to be available in Path of Exile 2 as well.
True.
For Path of Exile 2, we really want to keep the mechanics from Path of Exile 1 that are great, but we can now...
I love this guy immediately. I mean, look at his Lego set. He has the Lord of the Rings Lego set right
Path
there.
of Exile 2, we really want to keep the mechanics from Path of Exile 1 that are great, but we can now have the opportunity to rebuild them or restructure them in a way that is easier to understand and much more...
Look at these figurines he's got for like inspiration next to him while he's doing the art. I say this all the time, but the artists for game companies are always like my heroes because I feel like the art makes or breaks a lot of games for me personally. So when I see really, really good art in the game, like Ori and the Blind Forest as an example, like you see really good art in the game, sometimes it can carry the games like super hard.
More accessible for someone coming at it for this.
Yeah, it's like we're actually like talking together. No, I 100% agree with that statement. And I mean, people have talked about it, or I think I go back to Asmongold a lot, but I think in one of his recent videos he was talking about that very thing. Like the reason why a lot of people would play Diablo 4 over Path of Exile 1 is because Path of Exile 1 just doesn't look new. It looks like an old game because it is an old game. And so, yeah, the way that a game looks is huge. Um, but obviously the art plays a huge role in this. The when you first walk outside of Avatar in the Avatar game that just came out, when you first take that step outside, like the art is just insane. It's so beautiful. Like literally, I mean, it's not real. It is real, but it's not real, right? It's a virtual creation of this land, this forest, and it was just legit. It was so beautiful. Like it's just stunning. So yeah, art is huge. I think a lot of things in a game are huge, but art right off the bat, I mean that's what people see for the first. It's almost like if your art's on point, you get um, what do they call it? Where like you meet someone for the first time, first impressions, right? It's like immediately you've gotten the approval from their first impression, right? So they look at your game and they're like, "This looks great." And to be fair, we all thought that. And I'm speaking maybe for a couple people, but we all thought that with Diablo 4. Diablo 4 looked great. The art looks great. And that's a huge reason why a lot of people played it or even bought it because it just looked so good. And everything they talked about was true or good in the game. At that time, there just wasn't like a ton of end game that was enjoyable, I think, was kind of like their downfall. But artistically, on the topic of art, I I think they did really well in Diablo 4, and that's why I think a lot of people played it. And that's why a lot of people play it still or would choose it over Path of Exile 1. I'm saying all the same things over and over again. Give me a break, guys. It's 3 a.m.
First time and keep that depth there, either hidden away or much more natural to understand.
I think there's a big difference between depth and complexity. Path of Exile 2 in some ways is less complicated than Path of Exile 1 because we've simplified the sort of technical complexity around doing things like the way you socket skills and things like that.
This part looks amazing. Like the skill gems. So coming into the game, yo, Ink with the tier 1, thank you. Coming into the game, the part that was so confusing for me was the skill gem portion, especially trying to figure out how the skill gems interact with the support gems and all that. The way they're doing this here, is kind of exciting for me. You get kind of the sockets on the side, etc. I think this would make it more accessible to like new players. Being able to understand how the skills work, or at least have like a separate menu for it. It's a little confusing when it gets on all the gear, etc. So I'm hoping this skill gem takes down that barrier of like confusion for people so that more people try the game out and don't get intimidated by it.
Get easier to
Yeah.
understand.
And the other thing, I love how it tells you the level of your gem and then it gives you this like rating or maybe it's like the DPS or something. I think that's dope.
But at the same time, we're making sure that we keep all the depth in terms of character.
Maybe I'm wrong
options
on
and things
that,
you
but
can do.
I love how
everything
it
is still there as
shows
far
you
as,
the
like,
level.
What can I do to build my character? It's just that it is easier to do so because you don't have to be worrying, for example, about when you're changing your items that you're going to break the way your skills are working and things like that. So I think that
Yes,
actually
it's huge,
new and
man.
regular players can tolerate a lot of depth. It's the
I've
complexity.
already done that,
The
man.
volcano.
I've already done that. Like, I take a piece of gear off, I switch it out for something like, oh, this is way better, and then I'm playing. I'm like, where's my skills? Oh shoot, I forgot to take out the gems and put them onto this.
Druid combo where you can do the volcano and then the druid like stomps on it and makes the more volcanoes come out. It's
Squeezes
just
the
so
pimple.
cool, man. The way the skills interact with each other, where they're almost like combos from like a Street Fighter game or something, that's gonna make the game pretty big for me.
It's scarier to look at than it is to just start playing. If you start playing, you'll probably find you'll just have fun. But yes, we're not oversimplifying anything that the POE 1 players very much love, which is being able to build your character and break the game is the thing I like to do.
So the dodge roll actually came about because we really wanted to be able to find a way to having some skills that took longer to do than other skills. But the problem with that is that skills feel really terrible if you start them and then you can't get out of them. So
This is such a great point. I didn't think about this for the roll. I just thought it was going to be a dodge ability. But if this allows you to break your channel, that's actually pretty big because I've been playing the Palpatine build, right? Which has a, like greater echo as well as spell echo in it. So I shoot, if I right click, I shoot 4 times in a row, which is why I have to have cast speed. Because I click it and it goes, choo, 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 choo. And if I do that 4 times in a row, I'm probably going to get slapped. So my timings of when I can actually like shoot a boss are very, very limited. And that's on my own for using Spell Echo. But it made me feel the concept that he's explaining, which is that when you cast an ability and getting locked into it, it feels clunky.
Really needed a way to make that interruption be possible, and the dodge roll was a really great way to do it.
It's a good point by him.
We actually already had a philosophy for Path of Exile 2 boss design where we wanted to make sure that everything was dodgeable, but previously we were just doing that by running around. But I think the dodge roll has actually changed a lot of things, especially because
It's
now that you
huge.
can expect a player to be able to do that, it means that we can have the expectation and the balance as well.
We've done fresh design on everything.
That worries me mildly about needing to dodge everything, because if they balance it around dodging and I'm in my Alaskan internet with my ping, I'm going to want to be like Pox and move directly on top of the server so I can have 3.5 millisecond ping. Because right now I have 100 and something plus on
We've
average.
taken some elements from POE 1 in terms of monsters, specific monsters, and brought them over and kind of, because they were fun to play. Like, why not replicate something that is still fun to play? But of course, it's full fresh coat of paint. There are definitely new systems. I'd say a lot of the monsters are faster, for example, which is where dodge roll helps to come into play.
Yeah.
We have secondary AI systems that allow the monsters to do skills while they were performing another skill. Much like how a player can dodge roll to interrupt a skill, a
They
monster
can do
now
that too.
the same thing. We have
Oh,
a lot
man.
more monsters doing interactions with
That's
the
dope.
environment. They'll interact with the world more. A lot more spawning from things, a lot more, like in one of our areas, the Isle of Kin, we have monsters riding on top of another monster, and then when they get
See,
close, they
that
jump
looks
off.
so cool. Like the impact of the effect on the environment is a big difference I'm noticing too. Instead of just my character that's in whatever map, like it kind of seems like when he's hitting the ground here, like the rocks or the color of the ground, etc.
The skills in Path of Exile have a lot of synergy between them in a lot of different ways. We're not restricting ourselves to focusing on just cooldowns or just resources to build up and then use skills. A lot of situational dependent things, so you want to wait for the right moment to use the thing, you want to adapt the skills you're using to the situation you're in, or you want to be managing a
There's no
combination of
skill
resources or
cooldown
some
either,
special
right? It's
mechanics,
just
or whether
your
you're
mana.
low health and taking advantage of that.
I
There are
love
no
I
skills
love
where
that.
you feel like they're applicable to every single situation. You're going to want to sort of rotate.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, there's no cooldown time on each skill. It's just whatever your resource is. If it runs out, then you have to wait, which I think is freaking crazy good. Because it almost makes you realize it's like we were all just kind of like, oh, the systems are so so good already. But it's like, why would you have to wait on a skill if you have enough mana? Like in a role playing situation, that wouldn't make sense. You have the resource. Why can't you just do it 3 times in a row if you want? Right? Like if you have the resource to do something, you should be able to do it. I think these guys, man, they take games and they just like perfect them. Like everything that they've talked about is just like, holy crap, that's so smart. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Between different things, and that's where all the kind of comboing and making sure that skills have interesting interactions together comes from. Also,
That's a cool point too about not just one skill for everything, because you do kind of fall prey to, I have one ability, and then I have abilities that modify that ability. Like I have lightning, and then I have something that lowers their defenses for lightning, and all of my damage comes from my one lightning move or what have you. So if we do actually have to use all these different skills, that would be kind of
so when
preferable,
we're
I
looking at
suppose.
support gems as well, when we're looking at things, we've got to say, okay, if this is a support gem that you could just put on every skill in your build, that means it's not a good support gem. They all need to have a very specific, this is going to work well with this skill that I want to use in this situation, as opposed to just something I just spam into to each one. So there's a lot of design changes that have had to gone on to take into account the way that the new skill system works.
Looks like
But
Mervo
even just the
2.0.
more fundamental design changes we made, like the reason why we changed it so that every skill can be a 6-link is because if you don't do that, that really incentivizes you to have only 1 or 2 skills that are the ones you primarily use. By giving every skill that ability, it means you can have a skill that you just use occasionally. In PoE 2, we're just like, okay, what's every single barrier to being able to use a big variety of skills? Let's try and knock all those barriers down.
Wow. Yeah, the baby.
And I think that as we approach each different character class, we're thinking like, how can we make the skills here feel so different than every other class? So with something like the Mercenary now, we're developing how crossbows should work. We kind of really looked at that and thought, okay, how can we make crossbows just feel completely different than bows? You know, if you look at a shooter, it's like pistols and shotguns and things like that. Like, what about those makes them different from each other? And so therefore, it makes the whole experience just feel so different than what a bow feels like now. You know, you want that like pull the trigger and it instantly fires, you know, that kind of instant response type of thing. And I think that as we approach each different character class, we're thinking like, how can we make the skills here feel so different than every other class?
Every weapon type really feels like
So
a
cool.
completely different playstyle. It's got a different feel to it. It's sometimes even got a different way of how it utilizes the controls of the skill system or the game mechanics themselves. And
Camera
the really
person's
cool
so
part is
shaky,
that
man.
You can mix and match them by having two different weapons and swap between two different playstyles.
See, I'm wondering if that is going to be the solution to the problem of you only use one ability and you crank this one ability and one ability is better than all the others. If you can actually, there's a cooldown associated with ability, then you can use the other ability with all of your skill passive trees like registered to that one. You can swap back and forth like they were showing on the other footage. That might be a solution to you only spam one ability over and over and over again. I sure hope so.
These things, because they're all gems, they're never class locked. Even though each class has its built-in feel, it has the ability to change it up and mix it up and combine the mechanics in some ways that we
There's
haven't
no
even
cooldown,
predicted
right?
yet.
But I'm looking
For
and
each
it
class,
looks like
it's
there
back
are
to
cooldowns,
basics.
so I don't know.
You know, like let's actually think about what makes this class fun to play, what kind of issues the players have, what annoys them, what can we do to address those kinds of concerns and make the gameplay just a lot better.
My personal favorite of the classes is definitely the Huntress, because her spear gameplay is a real fun mix of situational things of right now I want to be up close, now I want to get away and hit them with some spears from range.
I think really the Monk has been my favorite one, and I think the reason why is because it's the first class where I think we really nailed the kind of new feel of combat. We put a lot of effort into making sure that it feels fast, you're going in and out of combat, there's a lot going on, and it just felt so different than what we've done before.
And I want the mercenary or the
actually
druid.
Be the brute. Mostly that's because how it feels to play against bosses for me. It's got a
The
very,
brute warrior?
very clean set of combos that are just very fun and satisfying to execute. It's the armor break, armor break, armor break, and then you get to, depending on the situation, decide how am I going to utilize this armor break. Am I going to leap in and do a stun?
That's
and
cool.
If so, a heavy stun, and then the heavy
Man, that is
stun
a
goes off, and then
long
I get
charge
to
up.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Damn, he's just like.
It's one of these moments where it's just you're setting up a situation that could fork into multiple situations of choice.
I'll be honest, I never like warrior in almost any of these games. I don't know why. I've just never been like the dude with the hammer build. That just isn't me. Normally, I feel like I can pick up a sword in real life and be terrible with it, but at least I can do the same thing. Whereas in these games, it's like I can't shoot lightning in real life. Like I want to cast a spell or something. You know what I mean?
Which can fork into multiple more situations of choice. Either way, it's
fair.
very fun and very satisfying. For those who are wishing to join us,
The mercenary looks amazing.
Visit our website at pathofexile2.com. Wishlist us on Steam, and I'm looking forward for you to join us playing the beta in 2024.
This game cannot come out soon enough, man.
Agree.
Not till 2024, but man, it looks good. I cannot wait. Druid or Mercenary is going to be the class I'm going to pick between, which is going to be pretty rough at the moment. But I think my favorite thing about it is the new graphics, WASD movement, dodge row, and then the ability to swap your skill tree basically based upon which skill gem you're using, etc. That whole thing they showed in the other video where it's like, I'm casting this move, so I use this whole passive tree and then this whole passive tree. Like, that's going to add some layers to depth of this game. It's just a bummer. We got to wait all the way to 2025 for the release. Hopefully the beta goes all the way through until the release of the game or something. And then
2025 till the release? What? I thought it was end of 2024. When does Path of Exile 2 release? We expect that the Path of Exile 2 release date will be no sooner than early 2025. What? The first public beta testing is set to begin in June 2024. No. Didn't they say? I thought it was supposed to be end of 2024. That's what they said. They probably said nothing. But I could have sworn that's what. I thought they mentioned something like that at their Exile Con. I don't know. I don't know. One sec. Let me see. I have to go grab some water for one of the kiddos. So give me a sec. Be right back. Yeah, we'll just leave it here. So, if it's no sooner than early 2025, wouldn't that mean that it has to be like mid 2025? Or that's freaking a year and a half! Dude, how long am I gonna be like covering this video? Just making sure the stream's good. Okay. Wow. Well, that ends our video watching for now. Damn. Crazy, dude. Crazy. All right. Uh, let's hop on some Path of Exile. I'm going to switch you guys over. So give me a sec. Um. Let me switch this as well. Okay. Here we are. Lily Willy. Trying to build a paladin without a build guide. I guess I technically have a build guide, and that's you guys. Either viewers or friends or whoever's on in the middle of the night. Feels like playing around, playing some games. Alright, search the Dread Thicket for a hideout. I remember wherever that was. Travel to the caverns. Don't I have the caverns? Crypt. Alright. I think I need to go to Northern Forest if I remember correctly. Can I not fast travel there? What does this mean? For real? So I have to walk through wetlands? Dude, I gotta find the waypoint in Val Ruins. Freaking hell. Gotta find the waypoint in both those places. Alright, I just want to find the waypoint. And there's the level already. Hell yeah, yeah. Alright. I need to find something to. There we go, we got purple. We got purple. Let's follow this. Still getting some purple somewhere. Uh oh. I think I was pushing the wrong buttons. Tough guy, eh? That's a tough guy. What did I get from that? Following some purple. Move faster. Got nothing, man. There's the door. Spread my love. It's like when you come back, it's like you sneeze and like all your COVID particles shoot out. COVID's still a thing, right? At least they want it to be. Oh ho. That, sir, is a door, and this is a dead end. Why did I expect anything else? Oh, look at these chests. Wait. I like that some chests have nothing. I feel like it makes it rewarding when you actually find something. Honestly, I mean, it's not going to be that long of a wait when you have this game and it's so good, you know, still. Oh, what are you? Hello. Hopefully I'm doing my skills right. Hello. That like ding, it happens every so often. It makes me feel like my what is it freaking called? I can't remember. Sounds like my like toaster oven is done, you know, like ding, yay my hot pocket, or I'm sorry, yay my Pop Tart, or like whatever. I don't eat that junk. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, what are we looking for in here? Search Dread Thicket for a hideout. Travel to the caverns. Where are we? What am I looking for? No, so this, I'm looking for, in here I need to find the waypoint. That's what I'm looking for, because there was no waypoint saved anywhere. I will not leave this area until a waypoint is found. Does that work? Revive nearby dead monsters with onslaught. What? I need to click 8. There we go. Oh man, this is... I don't understand. Oh well. Sorry, I just don't understand. It's not me, it's them, guys. They're too confusing. Just kidding. I bet Path of Exile people either like love that the game's confusing, or they're like, stop saying that, I hate that. Like they're getting annoyed or something. I'm actually gonna hop in Discord chat just in case I'm able to get a certain group or person to hop in. Alright, there we go. Right, we got a dead end. We're gonna explore this whole freaking place. That way I'm not surprised. Or I'm not expecting. What am I saying? English! That way I know we are going to find the waypoint. Eat my wrath. Eat it. It tastes like chicken, I've heard. My mana is spent. Where'd I spend it? Alright, I'm just gonna go around like the outer edge. See if I can eventually get everything and then move towards the middle or something. What is this? Look how big I am. I look big, right? Am I buffed or... Oh, I think I am buffed. What is this? This place is so big, man. Chaos orb. For those chaos times. What in the world am I saying, man? Alright, let's just open that door for a quick escape, just in case. Northern Forest. Okay, so we found the Northern Forest. I am not prepared to leave, though. I need to find the waypoint in here. Determination! Okay, I need this up. Where are we? Okay, so there's some dead-end areas over here. Wait, what? can't even get over there. Is that a hidden doorway? Or chest? Now let's go through here. That is also a dead end. Give him the old 1-2.
My mana is spent.
By the time I get to the point that I want to get to, I've already killed everything. I'm like, yay! Oh. Okay, okay. It's also a dead end. Okay, okay. Dude. Is that another secret room? Hard to tell. Alright, so we are going this way. Okay. Come on, waypoint. Wait, what? I've explored the whole thing then. Oh, what? Wait, how the hell? Going the right way, right? It's down here. Yeah. I guess there's no waypoint. The only other things I've seen are like these walkways that look kind of hidden, but okay. As long as we get one in the northern forest, I guess. I just don't want to walk through there again. What we got up here? We got some beasts.
Up you go, little beast! Away!
What? Why is it doing that now?
Up you go, little beast!
I am no beast of burden.
Up you go, little beast! Away!
Off you go, little beast. Away. Alright. Find and weaken the beast so that you can capture them. Search the Dread Thicket for a hideout. So, Dread Thicket is somewhere in here, right? Studded round shield. Superior Cedar Tower Shield. I think I might just stop picking up things. Like, none of those were really like huge and standing out. So I'll leave them. Alright. Holy, what are those? Scared me. Nice. Look at all these. Click to level up. What was that thing running by? Was that his skill or something? What is this? Okay. I think I'm gonna Can I switch those? No. I'll switch this to that. Let's see, this uses what? 9 mana, and this uses 7 mana. Can I do this? Okay. Let's see if that works. The Dread Thicket. Alright, so we found the Dread Thicket. That's what is good to sell, right? Good to sell, right? I really just want to find waypoints. Hey, we found it. Cool. Crimson Jewel. There's yellow. We'll take yellow over nothing. Oh, now we got purple. Um, 27 to 40 physical, 38 strength and intelligence. We're keeping that for sell purposes. Is that why I had this? No. Sorry, guys. I guess. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll have my default attack in case I've run out of mana. I guess I don't really need both. Alright, so that's the entrance where we came in. And we found our exit. The Dread Thicket. This is where we need to search for a hideout. Okay, we found some yellow. Ooh. Okay. Look at all this blue. Alright. Okay, so we just came through there. Search for the hideout. Dude, this guy, man. What a beast. Oh. Whew. There's no way through? Good old copper jaws, man. Where's that hideout of yours, everybody? Aha! Did not notice that the iron staff was special. Scroll of wisdom, blah 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 blah. Alright, so we've circled back. Let's go over here. Really quick, what does this do? Summon a holy relic that stays near you when you hit an enemy with an attack. The holy relic triggers a Nova spell with every short cooldown that deals physical damage to enemies and grants life regeneration to allies. This life regeneration is higher than when applied to minions. Holy Relic's Nova skill grants 38 life regenerated per second to minions. Maximum one summoned Holy Relic. 20% more minion movement speed. A lot of minion stuff. Hey, how's it going? Hey, meta guy, dude. I said left turn, you clearly made a right. How's it going? That's true. Yeah, I'm still just stuck. Stupid right turn, man. The right turn led to many more roundabouts that I'm currently stuck in. Yeah, how's it going? We watched we didn't watch a ton, but we watched a lot of Path of Exile 2 clip stuff. Videos they've released, mostly. So this was all for naught. Wait. What does that symbol mean? Whoops. Let's go check it out. This way? Yes. Lush hideout. Oh, we found it! Holy. Whoa. That's probably the most gems I've gotten in a single drop. Just checking for loot. Just checking for loot. Alright, let's go into their lush hideout. Ooh, actually, we have 2 skill points. Actually, I'm busy. Give me a sec. Alright, sweet. So, one-handed melee damage, 16% increased physical damage with one-handed melee weapons. Attacks with one-handed melee weapons deal 16% increased damage with ailments. Yes, and then finally, this is two-handed, right? Yeah. Melee damage, attacks with melee weapons deal 12% increased damage with ailments, 12% increased melee physical damage. Yeah. I'm being held against my will? What? Where are you at? Is that... Wait. For real? Gotta double check on those things, man.
This seems like a good area. Journey well.
Alright, thank you, Helena. Can I get a waypoint, please? Come on. I guess I should have found a waypoint in the last place. Smash and dash. You know what? I'm actually going to find a waypoint in the Dread Thicket. My cat is sitting on my lap. Oh no! You can't disturb the sleepy kitten. You're right, you are trapped. Dude, I love cats, man. Huge cat fan. Funny thing is, my wife's name is Cat, and she's allergic to cats, so we can't have cats. Isn't that sad? I guess there is no waypoint, right? Yeah, because it explored the whole freaking place. Alright, well. Sad day. Look at this purple mist. It's lovely. Wait, what? Some heavy hitters in here. Dude, this guy is strong. Minions, lightning, explode, and death. Dude, this is definitely the longest battle I've had so far. Mine is a 25-pound Maine Coon that likes to sleep on my chest. Oh, dang. That's a pretty heavy kitten, right? Pretty heavy kitty. Cat.
I am no beast of burden.
Oh, crap. Okay, so those are good cells. Was this big or something? No. That's a sell item. Scepter, 27 to 40. We'll hold on to that. Superior Plague Mask, quality plus 11. Evasion and energy shield. See, I want armor and energy shield ideally. Okay. Yeah, Maine Coons are the largest domesticated cat breed. They're giant. What? Hold the phone. Is that even a saying? Wait. What was it again? Maine Coon. Oh, no way! You have one of these? Dude, I want one. I love these. I've seen pictures of them. I want one that's completely black. Oh, man. I'm super jealous right now. I mean, this might sound weird. Maybe it's not weird, but in my Discord, I have a pet section, a pet chat, and no one's posted in there for a while. Would you care to post your cat in there? Because I'd love to see what it looks like. Is this a... There's a picture of one that looks like it's a Siamese. So it almost looks like it's a Siamese mixed with a Maine Coon. Siamese is my favorite cat that I've owned. But I feel like if I had a Maine Coon, I would definitely be a Maine Coon fan. We're talking about cats here, just in case you're just hopping in. Look at these freaking cats. Here, I'll show you what the Maine Coon looks like. Let's switch screens. Is it gonna work? Show me the screen. Nope. Look at those freaking cats, man. I've seen these. It's the ears that like make them unique, but look how big they are. Holy moly. I love these pointed ears. I want one that's all black. They're like lionesses. Look at this. Holy moly, man. Dude, I definitely want one. You're jealous until they jump on your chest in the middle of the night. You're like, oh. Dude. This may seem like I'm overdoing it, but I'm a huge cat person. Like, I've even retweeted some cat stuff just because I'm like, dude, I love cats. This is probably the best cat I've ever seen. You know, this breed is just so stunning. Wow. Oh. It's a drawing. Drawing. I've seen a picture of one that was like completely black and I was like, dude, I want that one. Maybe like that one. And Maine Coon. I'm gonna keep that open. That's dope. Thanks for sharing, dude. That's funny. You're jealous until you until it jumps on you. Alright, I feel like that's gonna be it. Wait, what? Horse staff, no. Alright, we're getting this guy. What else did I want? think that's it. Alright. Beat the boss. Hideout unlocked. Talk to Helena and claim this hideout. I didn't know claiming hideouts was a thing.
Curious.
Create hideout?
Welcome to our new hideout, Exile.
What does this do? Talk to Helena in your hideout. Travel to caverns. I was just talking to her. Why'd I come over here? Oh, so now I'm rediscovering it because it's mine. Oh shoot, there's a waypoint. Am I here? Your hideout.
All right. I've taken the liberty of performing a few tests. There are a few magical modifications the transmutia device can make that are safe every time. Try enhancing a piece of equipment now. Let's see if my results hold.
Okay. Crafting
All right.
bench.
I've taken the liberty of performing. I retrieved the transmutia.
Oh, it's
Next
just.
time shall we keep, Savior?
Dude, this looks gnarly. What the crap? We're freaking making, oh my gosh. What's his name? Big guy. Different parts of his body. We're making that guy. Told you, I have a hard time thinking. Oh. So like this. One-handed melee. Does this just can I just add as many as I want? 15 to 20 strength, or does it reset something that I have? They act more like dogs than cats. They're the most chill cats. They're super fluffy, so if your wife is allergic, not the best cat. Frankenstein. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Frankenstein on this here thing. Oh, it can't be performed on a unique item. Okay, okay. What about my shield? Oh, I see. So it's maxed out on mods. So if it's short on mods, then it'll add one. Let's add strength, bro. How many of these do I have, though? Craft? Plus 19 strength. Dude. Let's add strength. Plus 20 strength. Dude, 19 and 20 out of a 15 to 20 roll? That's not freaking bad. That is not bad at all. Wait, did I do my chest? How? Oh, this one was max, that's right. Dude, I want to do more. That's it, though, right? Oh. That was fun. Reclaim all decorations. What? Crafting bench. Hideout NPC. Helena. Oh, I see. Stash. Guild stash. Those are already here. What the heck? Map board. Present an object in your hideout. Oh. Make it a little bit more homey, huh? Let's do... Whoa. Whoa. Reclaim. Maybe I'll go over here. We're on the bridge. How do I spin it? That's cool, that's cool. Oops. I didn't want that. What was that? Oh, I'm just selecting them. Oh, I can probably reclaim them. No, let's reclaim that. Hey, yeah, on the wife allergy thing, you're definitely right. Unfortunately, it's so sad. That's cool. Dead fish. Oh, I need live fish. Flies. Live here, little fly. That looks cool. Maybe? Is there another torch somewhere? Dude, I want another torch. I can make another one. Export? Oh, whoops. Import, edit. How do I just save? Save. Alright, and let's go back in here. Decorations. Let's put another one here. What? Dude, that's cool. That's so cool. Glowing embers. Dude, this is super cool. What? Okay, we'll leave her there. That's fine. Oh. Dude. How do I stop editing though? When finished, click the edit button. That's what we have so far. Did I put that there? Dude, we can mess around with this.
hardly hope for better.
Travel
Go
to the
with courage.
caverns. Oh, sweet. Oh. I think I have some stuff here. Got a red. Definitely finding mostly reds. What is this? Chaos orb. Another blue. I think that's it. What was that? Okay. Let's identify this though. And this. 7% increased damage over time. 13% increased attack damage while dual wielding. Carpush. Cell, and cell. Look at those three, man. Was I interested in this? 27 to 40. 38 strength. Requires 71 strength. 14% increase elemental. 42 increase physical. Adds 9 to 15 physical damage. 9 to 16 cold damage to spells. Increase cast speed. Gain 5 life per enemy killed. Plus 94 to accuracy rating. Increase attack speed by 45%. Yeah, this is gonna be sold. How do I just exit though? Like, where was I? I was in the Dread Thicket. Wait, maybe... I came in here through somewhere. Is that not how it works though? Well shoot. I wanted to walk out to where I entered, but I can't do that. It seems. Well, oh, 'cause I'm in edit. Oh no. Okay, gotta go to the caverns now. Alright, let's go in here. Grab all of this. Some more blues. that is the way I just came. Oh shoot. Hello. Devourer of Giants. Okay. So far so good. Have a good one. Oh, well, I need to go walk my dog and get my day started. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Thank you so much, MetaGuide. Much appreciated, dude. I need to give you a follow, man. I want to see you live stream the game. Okay, I think this is where Dread Thicket. Okay, we're leveled. I don't know if that's where we want to go. Let's look around. See if there's other options. Yeah, seriously, thank you for stopping by. Static Strike. The Jeweler's Orb. So fancy. Yeah, I saw that before. Let's see, so I grabbed these. 10 armor, evasion 10. Plus 12 strength. Increase attack speed, increase cast speed. Reduce maximum mana. Oh. 14% chance to gain a power, frenzy, or endurance charge on kill conduit. Adds 2 to 23 lightning damage to attacks. 12% increased armor and evasion. Plus 11% to cold resistance. 7% increased stun and block recovery. 11 armor, 11 evasion. It's hard to say actually. Another pair of boots. Energy shield. Requires intelligence only. Okay. We know that those aren't gonna be that good for us. This physical damage 51 to 78. That's really good, right? I mean, physical on this one is so much lower. What? Let's see. Okay. So physical damage is just way higher. Oh, isn't there a way to see damage? Like if I switch? Damage per second. Okay, here we go. Damage per second. It's this top one right here. 324.81. Okay? 324.81. 297.77. Let me see. If I add this. Nothing. Interesting. So even though the physical damage is higher, 14% increased elemental damage, 42% increased physical damage, adds 9 to 15 physical damage, adds 9 to 16 cold damage to spells. 6% increased cast speed, gain 5 life per enemy killed, plus 94%, plus 94 to accuracy rating. I feel like it's better, but damage per second, it's not. Increase physical damage, increase attack speed, increase critical strike chance, fire resistance, lightning resistance. It's difficult to say, huh? Wait, what do we have here? Let's drop those silk slippers. Maybe they're worth something because they look like it's showing them off pretty big. 170 mana? Gotta sell this. Dude. Alright. Travel to the caverns. Where are the caverns, I wonder? Chromatic orb. Oh, we found a door. Might it be the one? The caverns, thank you. Oh, I found it. Dude, is there a waypoint or what? Alright, what am I looking for? We got yellow.
Approach, traveler. Keep your name your own. Trust the whispers.
Alright, let's gather.
How goes it?
Look at all this. How goes it? Find the ancient pyramid. Okay. Oh, where is this pyramid? Dude. So many. Ooh, we found a waypoint. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to town. Let's trade all this stuff. Sell that, that, and that.
Be well.
This subject I'm not sure. These gloves. I mean, we could do the same test on the gloves, right? Alright, 267.32. 285.2. So they actually do more damage. Use attack speed, cast speed, reduce maximum mana. It's 2 reds, huh? Gotta take that off. Alright, we're looking for 2 reds. What did this do though? Oh, the holy relic! Oh man. So I'll put those in there. .285 damage per second switches to 342. What? So this is the one I had increased stun duration on enemies, but I just switched it for 22% increased global physical damage. Wow. Wow. I gotta return those. I don't know if I should only be looking at damage per second, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, and these will sell for a lot. This one I'm not sure about. Whoa.
The spirit hunts with you. Remember to live.
Alright, travel to the caverns. I did that. Now what? Ascend the ancient pyramid. gonna get off, probably gonna have to get off soon. But let's ascend the pyramid. Try and leave you guys at a cliffhanger or something. Oh wait, we found a door. The ancient pyramid. Oh. Okay. We found purple. Purple right off the bat, right in front of our freaking face. What happened? Did I die? Oh, I died. Oh. Oh, man. Wow, okay. That was quick. That was a quick death. I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate the quickness of that death. Wow. Well, I do have one thing. Two things. This and this I collected before I died. And let's put a skill point in. Oh, this is gonna be cool. We're going born to flight. Born to flight. What am I thinking? We just take off like an airplane. Born to fight. 4% increased attack speed plus 20% to strength. Or 4% increased attack speed plus 20 to strength. 26% increased physical damage. And we are accepting that. We got 385.01 DPS, damage per second. Pretty dang good. Our health is at 652. Mana is at 273. Strength is at 265. A healthy 265, and we're level 29. Just giving an overview before I hop off, because I have to hop off. We did some Path of Exile 2 news. We did some Path of Exile 2 news. Yes, we did earlier, and we watched the first 3 trailers. We talked about a bunch of random stuff like who we think the voice actors are for the druid and the... Is it the necromancer? No, it's the... mercenary, not necromancer. Druid and the mercenary voice actors. What else did we talk about? Just a bunch of stuff. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. I'm going to see if we actually have someone to raid really quick. So if you're on Twitch, please feel free to stick around. It actually helps me a ton. And let's see if anyone's on that I know. That if you also have someone that you know that you'd like to see raided, feel free to let me know. The new one from last night, Lolcohol, is not on. Okay, so we gotta find someone. No one's streaming Path of Exile 2. So Path of Exile 1 it is. Let's see if we can find anyone Preferably someone small. The Defiant Ghost. Here, let me exit. Dang, dude. I'm sad that I died so quick. Here we go. Okay. Nope, that did not work. Okay. Just so you guys can hear. So this, I'm
actually gonna get how often they actually get kills. They
guys
just
can hear
kind of
this,
help
right?
me damage things. I pretty much get all the kills though. They're not gonna really get me that recover life and mana that often. Maybe I should just get the phantasms.
An experiment, no guides, very little knowledge, going in blind. Dude, meant to be. Defiant Ghost. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, just a scroll of wisdom? Yeah, I'll take it.
Defiant _ Ghost. No fat.
Yes.
Maybe I spelled it wrong. Oh, Deviant. Deviant Ghost. Alright, guys. Again, thank you guys so much. We'll talk soon. Have a good one. Good night.
Speaking of which,